Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are reviewing Expendables 4, a film which is so atrociously bad that I think it deserves to be studied in film schools for years to come. I think it is the worst film of the year by none, and even pips Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania off the bottom spot for me. And the thing is, none of the films in the Expendables franchise are particularly good. They somehow all feel like B-movies despite assembling these fantastic casts of iconic action heroes. At the end of the day, you watch them and they all feel like B-movie fodder. They're forgettable films with forgettable stakes, but they do have some fun action and fun references in them. But Expendables 4 is just an actively and irredeemably bad film. From the writing, to the editing, to the cinematography, to the storytelling, it is just a crime against filmmaking. Something that I suppose can't be helped is that this time around they really don't have the cast to deliver on the promise of the premise, which was always creating this ensemble piece of action heroes of years past. It really is the weakest ensemble of the bunch. And then they're joined by a bunch of forgettable, blandness new additions led by Megan Fox. There is not even an attempt made to make Megan Fox seem like a believable badass in this film. And her most memorable scene in the film is kind of this flirt fight with Jason Statham's character that really just doubles down on the idea that basically she's there to be objectified. 50 Cent is equally unmemorable. I can't genuinely tell you anything he contributed to the film. And this kind of lineup of characters is so poor that they do the classic slow-mo group shot where they're all walking towards the camera ready to go on their mission, and it just feels laughable. It feels like a parody because it is just such a poor imitation of the films that have come before it. Then let's get onto the CGI, which just looks unfinished. Frightfully unfinished. I really don't think I've seen CGI that bad since Shah Rukh Khan's Pathan earlier this year. It is just comically awful. Whether that is just background green screen to frame the actors against, whether that is planes crashing, blood spurting, or helicopters and vehicles, it all just feels like it's come out of a PlayStation 2 video game. Then we've got the editing of the film that kind of chops the story together or chops the story apart. It does feel like they kind of sat a 2-year-old down in front of a 1,000-piece jigsaw puzzle and said, you've got 10 minutes, make what you can. A lot of scenes we cut away from too early. A lot of the action sequences are butchered in the editing and really just come across as bland because they're quick cut and everything like that. The film spends no time exploring any character dynamics with any real detail. And then let's get onto the storytelling, because the main kind of emotional drive of this film hinges around one major plot point, and I am going to spoil that for you, so spoiler alert here. But Sylvester Stallone's character Barney Ross supposedly dies in the opening action sequence of the film, and it's a cop-out. It was a deliberate faked death so that it could be used as a ploy to lure this big bad out of hiding so that Stallone could come back in the end and kill him, basically. And neither the cop-out death at the start nor the grand return of the character at the end are staged, shot, or delivered well enough to make any kind of emotional substance out of that plot point. This opening action sequence where Sylvester Stallone dies, there's no time spent kind of building up to it. We basically see the missiles going at the plane. We don't really cut away to Sylvester Stallone at all, so we get no real emotional delivery from him. We just get some badly green screened slow-mo shots of Jason Statham running towards the wreckage. And then his return at the end is so badly shot and staged. You kind of just see this awfully CGI'd helicopter flying towards the boat with just this blur in the cockpit. Jason Statham shouts Barney, and we cut to them. Then it's quick expedition dump on how I fake my death, why I fake my death, and then the film's over. I don't know who in this film signed off on this script. I don't know who signed off on the finished product. I don't know who assigned them the budget and said, yes, just give us a very shit version of these really ambitious action sequences, rather than, look, you haven't got the money to do this, dial back your action sequences. Make a raid style film that's just set in one apartment block with the Expendables fighting their way out, losing people left, right and centre. Why not give us something like that? And how you can waste international action stars like Tony Jaa and Iko Uwais is beyond me. But they do. The one shred of a good scene comes in the final standoff between Jason Statham and the villain of the film, but even that is not extended enough nor built up enough to land with anything resembling weight. This film should have been unreleasable. or it should have been cancelled, because there is nothing worth watching in this. So thank you for watching this video, guys. Please like and subscribe. That's always a huge help for the channel. Please drop a comment below, unless you're going to try and argue that Expendables 4 is a good film, in which case stay clear. But in the meantime, thank you for watching, and we'll see you for the next vid.